Good morning. So I'm just on the way to the gym. I've got a client this morning and then I've got chest and arms. So I taught a kettlebell class this morning. So I was up early, already got 4,000 steps out of the way. And then I've got a client of mine. He's like a youngish lad, got good potential. So really enjoy training him. And then chest and arms. So who doesn't love chest and arms? Like, chest and arms is probably one of my weak points. And to be honest with you, that's probably why my coach has set it. I feel like I'm all shoulders. I don't know if I said that before, but I feel like I'm all shoulders. So in this workout, we do a couple of sets of chest. So 2 exercises, 4 sets in total, nothing too crazy. Start off with a pec fly, and then we go on to a press. I think I'm gonna opt for the machine seated press this time. And then we go on to arms. We've got 3 different tricep exercises. We've got a tricep push down, overhead tricep extension, and then we've also got dips as well. As for biceps, we've got cable curls, we've then got hammer curls, and then we've got the single arm cable curl where you face away from the machine and sort of like drag it up facing away from you. So that's the workout today. I've not ate anything yet. Like I said, it's 8:30 right now, so I might actually park up the gym if I get there early before this client and have my cream of rice. I've got it here with me now. 110 grams of cream of rice, vanilla custard cream, and then I've got 35 grams of whey. I've got salted caramel, something like that, and then 50 grams of blueberries, 10 grams of dark chocolate, 30 grams of granola. So don't sleep on your pre-workout meal, because it's something that I definitely did neglect. You know, I would have had something before, but I want to prioritize like fast acting carbs or stuff like that. So it really improves your training performance, and it just fucking tastes amazing too. Honestly, if you've not tried vanilla custard cream of rice, like, you need to try it, especially if you've got a sweet tooth. Get some nice tasting whey, go for Perform, that's probably the best one. I've got CMP, but it's still just as nice, and it really curbs your sweet tooth. So yeah, looking forward to today. Can absolutely smash it. Already smashed the morning already. Like I said, 4,000 steps already. Got a good morning to go, and then what I'm going to do later is actually get a MacBook of myself, because I've been using my partner's MacBook, and obviously it's not very good sharing, because it's a fucking right pain in the arse trying to post on YouTube when it's not your MacBook, because nothing's ever easy on Apple, I don't think. Like, you can't just plug your phone in and then just click import. That's like airdrop all the videos, mess about doing that. But yeah, I got it done last night. First time posting a YouTube video, that was, so we're a couple days behind. But do you know what? It wasn't too bad. I probably could have got it done in an hour if I knew what I was doing. So yeah, these are going to get kept up every single day to showcase what it's like being 10 weeks out. So like I said, training day today, chest and arms. We're on a rest day tomorrow again. Check-in tomorrow. I'm really hoping my coach gives me a refeed very soon, just because the fact that I'd like to see like my body fill out a little bit, increase of pumps, and yeah, he's promised me one very soon. I'm probably about 6 weeks out from being in the condition I need to be for this prep, so that's a really good thing, because some people are chasing, aren't they? Some people, I don't know if they start off too high body fat percentage or what, but no, that's not me, because I strip off body fat really, really quickly. It's something that I've always managed to do very easily. For me, it's putting on the weight, it's eating the calories. I've not really got that big of an appetite, to be honest with you. Like, 4,000 calories for me is a lot of food, and then it feels like your whole job's just eating food, to be honest with you. But I feel like these calories are pretty comfortable. I feel like a normal person, even though it's still 5 meals a day. I feel like I get hungry, I eat, I'm not hungry. I'll wait a little bit, I'm hungry again, I'll eat, and then I'm not hungry. It's not a case of where I'm like stuffed, I need to eat again, I'm stuffed. But yeah, it's pretty crazy how lean I am and still eating this many calories. We are on obviously cardio as well today, 30 minutes of cardio. So big morning today, big morning. Talk kettlebells, training the client, gym myself, chest and arms, and then cardio afterwards. So that'll probably take me up to about 11:30. Then we'll have meal 2. What I'll do today is I might get marked up in the gym, I might not, depending on how many people are, because it's only chest and arms. So, and I don't have a tripod, so I've just got one of these like magnetic phone holder things, because if like the owner saw on the tripod, he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? And to be honest with it, it's a small gym because, and I just feel like it's pretty selfish to be setting up a tripod in like prime time. Like, we'll go now, you know, it's Saturday, 8:30 right now. We'll get there by about 9 o'clock with these traffic lights, and it'll be really, really busy. So I think it's a little bit selfish sometimes to take a tripod and film everyone else. But no, really excited today. Like I said, it's just a case of eating, training, getting my steps in. I'll take you to get my MacBook with me. Probably got like curries or something like that. Really buzzing about that as well. Then I can really like up my content game too, because I want to like clip these clips as well, put them on YouTube Shorts, good for my Instagram too. And yeah, we're going all in with this content, and I'm only going to get better at it as well. The first one was a little bit funny, obviously being a rest day as well. But I just woke up and was like, do you know what? I'm going to fucking post on YouTube. And then when I actually posted last night, I shit myself. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? But feel better this morning. And like I said, it's all about getting out of my comfort zone, because I fucking love watching people on YouTube, watching people doing preps. And to be honest with you, I'm sick of people like just posting on YouTube like once per week. There's a few people that post like every other day, every day. But it's just really annoying how like your favourite YouTubers now will literally post once per week, and then you won't even see them ever again. And it's also like they'll post and it'll be like a 15-minute video, which is like useless for YouTube, to be fair. I think like YouTube videos should be at least like half an hour long, 45 minutes long. Do you know what I mean? Like showcasing the whole day. Even though my day is not that interesting, to be fair, but I enjoy watching people do this, so I'm going to keep on doing it. It's another tip as well. If you're in a dieting phase, get your steps out early, because I've been there before where you're chasing your steps like later on in the day, like especially if you had an office job, because I once had an office job like a few years ago, and like I'd be on like 4,000 steps by like 5 o'clock at night. So I'd have to like go on the walking paddle, go out for a walk, and you know what the weather's like in the UK, really unpredictable. So try and get out in the morning, have a walk on your lunch break. If you work on your feet, you're okay. And on the weekend when you're not at work, get out and get them out of the way like as soon as possible. Then you can chill at night. That's what I do. I like to get everything out of the way early, so then I don't need to like be worried or thinking, oh fucking hell, I'm having my tea, and then I'm like, oh, I've got fucking 5,000 steps to do. It's really annoying. Get them out of the way early, okay? So just got to the gym now, train this client, chest and arms. I'll film myself. Yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna eat this now because I'm absolutely starving. Look at that. Unbelievable. You need to taste vanilla custard cream rice of whey drip. I thought it was a load of rubbish, but do you know what? I've been missing out. I'm not the best at making it still. Other people's cream rice looks absolutely unreal, but I'm definitely getting better at it. So the first exercise, pec deck fly machine. I always like to start on a fly before I do my presses, because I am all shoulders. Like sometimes when I do a pressing movement, my shoulders will take over, and it shows in my physique. So I've been doing this ever since I had a coach. So pre-exhausting the chest before we do the presses. So if you're all shoulders, give it a try. Start on your flies and then go into your presses, and you're going to feel your chest more once you do go into your presses. So really like this machine. It's probably up there with my favourite exercise, but as you can see, we're still going heavy, still going hard, and trying to reach to absolute failure on this set. We're then moving on to a machine-seated chest press. This is a really old school machine, this is, and you get a really deep stretch and you get a really good feeling in your chest. Again, I do feel like I've lost a little bit of strength on push, but do you know what? I'm still producing enough stimulus to keep my muscle, retain my muscle, and as you can see, all out failure, and this is a really good exercise. I think it's a techno gym machine, but it's like really, really old, so it's got some classic bit of kit in this gym. It's a great gym. Then on to the second set. So I do 2 sets on all my exercises. I don't need 3 sets. So as long as you're having 2 sets till complete failure, that is enough. And after this session, my chest was pretty sore, to be honest with you. I always feel like I perform better, to be honest with you, when the camera's on me, because I'm like, God, I need to make sure I'm going really, really hard. Even though I go hard anyway, especially when I'm trying to film this for YouTube, I'll go like the extra mile. So we're just trying to push to all out failure, trying to keep my strength too, even though we've regressed on this machine, but that's okay. The pump was unreal afterwards, but yeah, this is this techno gym seated chest press, this is. Then we're on to tricep push downs. We've got no nowhere to put my camera for this one, so apologies about the angle. Triceps have always been a little bit funny for me because I've always struggled to actually feel my triceps on exercises. I don't know why, like when I do a bicep curl or anything biceps, I get a really good bicep pump, but I don't think I've ever actually got a tricep pump, and it shows in my physique. So triceps is something that I'm really trying to bring up, and I'm trying to go heavy on them, I'm trying to progressively overload on them, and I think that was the issue. And then here I find a better angle for everyone. As you can see, my triceps, I've got really short tricep heads and it's dead annoying. But hopefully after this prep, when we go on a gaining phase, that's something I'm going to sort out, because who doesn't want big arms? Like, since I started the gym, I've always wanted big arms, and I feel like I've never achieved it yet. So that is one that I'm wanting to achieve. So again, we're going heavy. We're trying to keep my strength on this. I have kept my strength on my tricep pushdowns, which is great. Then we're going on to overhead tricep extension, targeting the long head. I think this is my issue. When I first started the gym, I didn't do enough of these, so my long head is underdeveloped. So over here, obviously, overhead tricep extension is a good exercise. We can do skull crushers, but I feel it more when I do cables, so I don't tend to opt for skull crushers. Also because my elbows hurt a little bit as well, so I think this is a little bit of a safer option. And then we're going on to single arm tricep pushdowns now. These have been a game changer for me. I feel these loads of my triceps, and I'm thinking about opting for these instead of tricep pushdowns on my push day, because it completely isolates the triceps. It doesn't bring my shoulders into the movement at all. I can go till failure when I'm struggling near the end. I can help myself down with my other hand, and I'm really liking this exercise. I've never done this before since my coach set me. It was just a case of I was being a little bit lazy doing the single arm movements, because you have to do double of the work. So if you are feeling like you're struggling to feel your triceps, give these single arm push downs a go on this attachment, or you can use a cuff attachment. I don't think there's a cuff attachment in my gym, so I can't use it, but I can imagine it's even better because it just takes your forearms out of the movement. So definitely don't sleep on these if you're struggling to feel your triceps. Then we're going on to my favourite body part now, biceps. Like I said, I can feel my biceps straight away when I do a bicep movement. So here we're on cable bicep curls, just with an easy bar. I've gone quite heavy. And I remember on this day, my legs were like shaking on this exercise. Like I could tell that I needed a rest day the following day. But like I said, I'm trying to go really heavy on these. Not heavy enough where it's just stupid, but still heavy enough to where I'm progressively overloading, because I think when I first started the gym, I didn't go heavy enough on arms. I was just chasing the pump, not chasing progressively overloading. So give that a try if your arms aren't responding. Try to go a little bit heavier. It's not all about the pump. As you can see, this is my second set now, and I do try and drop it down, trying to get like a little bit more form, squeezing the top. Make sure you're getting that full stretch at the bottom as well. That's really important. No half reps, full stretch at the bottom, and then come up and squeeze, and your biceps will grow. So yeah, I love this exercise. And then after this, we move on to dumbbell hammer curls after this. Then we're on to dumbbell hammer curls. So this is one of my favourite exercises, simply because the lighting's sick and you can just see yourself in the mirror whilst you're doing them. As you can see, I'm quite vascular now, and it's just a great feeling when you're just looking at yourself curling the dumbbells. So obviously this is a hammer curl, so we're trying to thicken the bicep, targeting like the brachialis as well, brachialis, or whatever it's called. I'm not too scientific, but I only do these once per week. I don't include them in every single pull day that I do, or I don't include them in my pull day. So I only do them once per week. Then we're on to preacher curls, machine preacher curls, another one of my favourites as well. I think on here I can see my form, not them, but sometimes I find myself pulling myself up and my arm comes off the pad, so I was really wary of that now filming. So make sure your arm is completely staying on the pad. As you can see, I'm looking pretty lean. You can see my lats like coming around to my arm, like my rear delts. But yeah, I just think arms for me is definitely a lagging body part, and it's really annoying because who doesn't like a big set of arms?
So I've just finished the gym, chest and arms has been smashed, my cardio's been done. I've done about 6,000 steps up so far, so the morning has been won. So I absolutely love it when it's early like this. It's not even 11 o'clock yet, 10:30, and I've pretty much done everything. So today we're going to go back now, meal 2, we're going to have my bacon and egg sandwich, 2 bacon medallions,
2 eggs, 100 milliliters of egg whites, 2 pieces of seeded bread. That's meal 2. I'll probably have that at like 11 o'clock. Food shop, and then I'm going to buy a MacBook because, like I said before, I'm going to take this very seriously. I need to be a MacBook now. I'm just going to go for it, going to get the new one because I need the best one, and I'm worried about, because like with Apple products as well, if you get like the shit one, or not the shit one, but the ones that are, you know, older, they slow down massively. So I know the new one's out, so I'm gonna get that. But today, yeah, the pump was really good. I tried to record all my sets the best that I could, but I've not got a tripod, so I've got that magnetic holder, but hopefully I got some good shots there. I didn't mic up today because the gym was absolutely rammed, and it's hard to record my sets when I'm doing like a chest and arms. I can record my sets on the chest exercises, but when it comes to arms, there's nowhere really to put my phone holder. So yeah, that's it, that's the workout done. No pump check either today. I was really a bit disappointed in myself, to be honest with you. The Luke was absolutely unreal again. I'm getting like all veins like around my shoulders, even like my rear delts and like the back of my lats as well. But someone was in my posing spot. Obviously, it's a public gym, so I can't complain there. But yeah, like yesterday, the Luke is absolutely crazy. I've got my check-in tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe we'll hit a new low. I mean, I'm wondering if you can like grow in a prep. I don't know. I've never done one before. But I'm hoping maybe I can like grow a little bit of muscle tissue. Obviously, when you get leaner, you get to like 10 or below percent body fat, 10% or below. That's when you can't really grow because your body's just in a state of, you know, you can't really grow when you're that body fat percentage. So hopefully, I really need to bring up my arms. My legs have really come on, you know. I was a little bit worried about my legs before the show when I started. And when I actually approached my coach, I was like, do you think I've got enough size? And I sent him some of the photos, and he said, yeah, definitely. So that's what I was worried about, my legs. But it seems like now I've gotten a little bit leaner, they look a lot bigger. And that's the same with anything. So don't be so obsessed with the scale weight, okay? Because I used to be so obsessed with the scale weight. I've been before, I say stone, like 15.5 stone, whatever that is in pounds. I need to convert it. Now I'm only like 178 pounds. Is that under 13 stone? Yeah, that's 2 stone lighter, and that was years ago. But back then I was really, really fat, and I just thought more food equals more size. But that is not the case. If you can't see your abs, I think you've gone too far, and you need to cut back, get yourself in a deficit, get yourself to like 12% body fat or something like that, and then slowly up the calories. Don't bang them all the way up to like 4,000. Start off slow, a couple hundred here, see how your training goes, see if you get stronger, wait till you stall, then go again, another couple of hundred. Keeping your eye on your digestion as well. That's really, really important. My digestion's been the best it's ever been since being with a coach, and I cannot stress it enough. Make sure your digestion is on point, because you won't grow if your digestion is shit. But I remember like when I was younger, I was making all these crazy shakes. I was making mass gainers with oats. I'd put raw eggs in there, a banana. I'd literally drink it and shit it out. Like, that is not absorbing any of the nutrients. And like I said, it's not fun having bad stomach all the time. So I always thought my stomach's fucked and I'm always going to be like this. And it was a real eye-opener when I went with my coach. So if you're just farting all the time and it's funny, yeah, but something's going on with your digestion. If you're feeling full all the time, something's going on with your digestion. You need to be eating whole foods, cut out all the shit, possibly keep your food like to like 1 or 2 alternative meals. Just stick what suits you. Stick with some carbs that go down well. You know, rice digests well for me. Pasta doesn't really do that. Chicken digests better for me than beef. Things like this. Find what works for your body. Milk doesn't suit me at all. That's another thing I used to have a lot of blue milk. Like, remember the gallon of milk a day when people used to do that? I used to have like, God, maybe a couple pints a day or something like that. Maybe not a couple of pints, maybe over a litre, 500 millilitres of blue milk. Obviously it's a lot of calories, but I was coming out of like rashes behind, like by my eyes and shit like that, and terrible. And even touching on the digestion, I actually suffer with styes as well. So if my digestion's off, I used to get styes loads, and I still get them now. I couldn't even open my eyes at some point. So I can tell when it's off. My body feels funny. My sleep's off as well. Sleep's massive too. If you're really, really holding loads of body fat percentage, you're not going to sleep as well. Like when I was heavier, I used to have really bad sleep apnea. I probably will get sleep apnea at some point, but it's really helped a lot since I'm a lower body fat percentage and a little bit lighter. So prioritize digestion, prioritize sleep, and yeah, stick to foods that suit with it. But yeah, we're nearly home now, so get home, meal 2, probably show you as well, just in case you've not seen it, so we'll take you there. Meal 2, I don't know if you can see that. 2 bacon medallions, 2 eggs, 100 milliliters of egg whites, 2 pieces of seeded bread. I've even put some tomatoes and lettuce on there as well. Who said dieting needs to be boring? Probably by 2 weeks out in prep, I'm probably just gonna be on like fish and rice cakes, I don't know. But at the moment, I'm enjoying foods like this, so I'm gonna put all the macros on the page now, every single meal, I'll count my calories as well. Even though I don't even know how many I'm on, all we did was we started like 4,000 and slowly tapered down, okay? So that's the next meal. You'd have to eat chicken and rice every single meal, okay? Mix it up. Don't sleep on bacon medallions, okay? Bacon egg sandwich is actually pretty healthy and it's got good macros and good protein, healthy fats, decent carbs, some fiber from the bread as well, so don't sleep on it. So I'm gonna eat this now, I'm gonna do the food shop, and I'm gonna show you the full food shop as well, so that would be interesting. So that is the food shop done now. I absolutely hate doing the food shopping and I had to do it on my own. There's nothing worse than going in Sainsbury's when it's absolutely rammed as well. Usually we do click and collect, but this time we forgot to do it as well. So food shop's in there, I'm ready to eat now. And then what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go and get a MacBook. So for my meal this time, I'm gonna be having two Warburton's fins, 150 grams of chicken, and that's instead of the 150 grams of rice. So I'm ready for this next meal now. Gonna get that down me, plenty of salad on it too, because I'm getting hungry. I could have gone to get the MacBook now without eating, but that would have left me too long. By the time it gets like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I would have been starving. So if you are dieting and you're leaving the house, you need to make sure that you need to think about, am I gonna be hungry? Because if you're out and you catch yourself hungry, you might end up breaking your diet, you might start craving something, you might make a bad decision. So always be prepared when dieting. Preparation is key. Meal number 3, usually on the plan it's 150 grams of chicken with 150 grams of white rice, but I've opted for these Warburton's fins. They're the same macros and I just want a little bit of a change. So just on the food shop as well, that was pretty stressful. I had to do it on my own without my missus there, so everyone knows what that feels like. Everyone's in the way, it's absolutely rammed, and I was getting a little bit hungry as well, so a little bit irritable. So we're gonna eat this now, I definitely need it, and then we're gonna go buy a MacBook so I can get my own MacBook instead of borrowing my missus's, so I can like upload more content, up my game with it as well, and trying to get better at editing, because my first video, there was some bits where I didn't bother editing, I didn't add music, and it was a little bit, you know, it was a little bit rushed. I wouldn't say really rushed, but a little bit rushed in some parts. So I want to get better, I want to keep it more like entertaining and put a little bit more effort into it. But Apple make it really, really difficult if it's not your MacBook to like upload photos. You have to mess about airdropping them and doing a load of other stuff as well. So it took us about 3 hours. Well, it took me about an hour and a half to realise I was doing it wrong in the first place. So it took us about 3 hours in total. So I definitely need a MacBook, because if I'm doing this every single day, I haven't got the time to be doing it for 3 hours. So yeah, let's eat this meal and then let's go up to Curry's in Macclesfield to get the MacBook. We're just on the way to get my MacBook now, after I keep saying I need my own. So we're picking one up today, really excited about this. Obviously I just had my 3rd meal as well. So in prep, it's all about keeping yourself busy, because this is all it is, to be honest with you. It's just eating, training, doing your cardio, doing your steps. How many steps am I on now? I think I'm on about 8,700, so I'll probably cover my steps anyway, but obviously walk the dog afterwards. Plenty of steps cleaning the house, didn't I, Chloe? Obviously.
Oh yeah, did you do lazy clean?
Yeah, you know what it's like when you've got a partner, they always want to keep the house clean, so we did that. Got sent on a tip run as well. So plenty of steps. In the Leek traffic as well, the traffic lights are so bad in the minute at Leek, so yeah, it's all about keeping yourself busy, because if you're not busy, you know, you're just sitting there waiting, maybe thinking about your next meal or when your next training.
Exactly. I'm keeping you busy.
Yeah, so it's a good thing, do you know what I mean? You need to get out and keep yourself busy. Don't keep yourself like locked away in your house. Obviously, you need to stay away from like temptations such as food and stuff like that. And I think that's the same way even if you are in a normal dieting phase anyway, you know what I mean? You need to be keeping yourself busy, going for walks, just getting yourself out of the house on the weekend especially, because you know you're occupied in the week with work, but on the weekend that's when you need to find stuff to do, because you're more likely to go off plan, binge, maybe have like a little snack when you shouldn't do. So yeah, keeping busy. But yeah, as you can probably hear, my Yaris is absolutely revving its tits off. I don't know what's sort of it at the minute. The yellow engine light is on. Now it keeps coming on and it keeps going off. Well, this car is probably the best car I've had. I'm not even joking either. It's the most reliable car ever. And when this car dies, which it won't do, I'll actually be really, really sad. But like I said, this is just for now. A new car is on the way very soon. Very soon, it's coming. I know it's coming. So I just got to keep working hard, keep getting my clients, and keep getting good results for my clients as well. I had a good check-in this morning as well with one of my clients. He lost 20 pounds in 10 weeks. So really happy about that. Mark's absolutely smashed it. So all my check-ins are usually on a Sunday, but I do have a couple on the Saturday as well for people that can't do it on a Sunday. So really excited about tomorrow as well with all my check-ins. So busy doing that, busy doing this, busy trying to like film content as well, and just trying to upload as much as I can, do you know what I mean? Because like I keep saying, I'm really, really enjoying this, and it's just a case of showcasing my prep, what I get up to, what it entails, which is not much. And yeah, I've always wanted to start a YouTube, so I thought, why not? Spontaneously woke up on Thursday. I'm a couple of days behind of the uploading, and I just thought, fuck it, I'm just gonna upload a YouTube video. But what I'll do is stay on track on a weekend, because that's what most people struggle with. And you know, it's what I struggled with well before I actually got a coach and got on a bodybuilding prep. So for me, it's, you have no choice. You're up against other people that are competing, and I want to be the best version of myself. But if you're trying to do this on your own, I think it's really important that you have like you mix up your meals. Maybe on the weekend you have like a fake away. Of course, you can have like 5% mince, make a burger out of that, make some like chips out of potatoes, and it's just about really mixing it up. And also it's just about being sustainable with it. You know, if you're just on a normal dieting phase and you're not looking to do a bodybuilding prep, by you being in like monk mode where you're being way too strict on yourself and you're not allowing yourself to have any like off-plan meals every now and again, you're setting yourself up for failure. So you need to be sustainable with it. Make some good progress for like maybe 4 or 6 weeks, and then maybe have like an off-meal treat, like go out with your partner or go with your mates. Don't obviously have a binge or go out on the piss, but you still got to treat yourself every now and again. That's how you stay on track. What you don't do is go out every single weekend and undo all your progress. But if you are struggling with anything, maybe you're struggling with a little bit of accountability, you need guidance or anything like this, I am an online coach, personal trainer, and I do help people in these situations. So you can always drop me a message on Instagram. I'll drop the link on this video somewhere. And yeah, we'd always jump on a call. I like helping people, it's what I do. I've helped loads of people now. Don't really advertise on Instagram. I've only just started doing this, so it's what I do on Instagram. So yeah, have a look at my Instagram, have a look at my results. I just started personal training last year, so I'm quite new to it, but I know what I'm doing. I've been training now for 10 years. I'm in good shape myself, and I got the results to prove it. So yeah, drop me a message if you need any help.